Hey, hello. Happy January. Happy 2023. Happy Sunday. Good to be back here on a live. I know it was a little bit of a hey, Carolyn. I know it was a little short notice. A lot going on this way. I have a lot going on every day. But I said, you know what? I really want to do a live today. So I sent it out and it is what it is. But welcome back for those of you who are joining back after quite some time, or welcome here if this is your first time. So, make sure you put it in the chat or, whatever. Just let me know you're here. That would be great. We're going to get started, and I'm on the verge of a sneeze. So if I have to sneeze, Mila, hello, hello. But we're going to get started with readings, and this is going to be for the week of January 9th through January 15th, 2023. So for those of you down under, you're already on January 9th, and you would just adjust the reading to what works best for you. Subscribers to my newsletter. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. You'll find the link down below on YouTube in my bio on Instagram. But I did put out a bundle for 2023, and it's this awesome package where you get a monthly card reading for yourself, not a general reading specific to you, for all of 2023. I'm really excited about it, actually. I've never offered that before, but I really want to do that this year. So I hope you can take advantage of it. Okay, I'm holding on to this selenite wand because it just feels so good. If you don't have selenite in your collection, I recommend you get a piece. This is a fairly big wand. This is a selenite heart. I have some other selenite pieces over there and chips and a charging plate, but selenite's a great addition to your cosmic toolkit. So let's get going. I'm going to work with, today, for this week, I'm working with angel prayers, oracle cards. So I'm going to put out cards for this week ahead, general reading. And then after that, if you have a question, oh, that felt good. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, I wish you could feel what I'm feeling. Okay. That was nice. If you have a question or a request, then just hold off putting that in the chat till I finish this, just so I don't miss it. Okay. So I'm going to pull cards, as I said, for this week starting June 9. Here's our bonus card. And I'm going to pull a card for Monday and Tuesday. Carolyn, sensing good vibes. Yeah. When I put the selenite wand, I could feel the energy of this deck, and I haven't used this deck in a while, so it does make a little bit of sense. I could feel like every time I'd go over and it would come around my hand, I could just feel that heat, and it was like a density, around the cards, and then that started lightening up as I continued. That was really nice. Yeah, peaceful energy, Mila. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Selenite wand woke this deck up. Okay, so we have a highlighting card that came out at the very top, and this is going to bring in and sort of be the overarching, tying all this together energy, and it's called Healthy Choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. And again, I'm using Angel Prayers deck. So this again is like, what is it about this week? Healthy choices. So paying attention to all of the choices that we make, and are they good for us? Not only sometimes when we think about healthy choices, I think there's even a prepared food that's called healthy choices, right? but not just about food and what we eat, but what anything that we consume, right? Be that energy of others, be it information, um, stories that people tell, communications, any of that, or how we choose to put our energy out, that we make the choice of how we want to use our own energy. And we do that in a way that is not only healthy for us, but healthy for the entire, relationship, the community, the whether it's one person or 15 people, right? That your choice is coming from a place that's really healthy for all involved. Monday, Tuesday, live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. So this comes, again, underneath healthy choices. If we're making healthy choices, we can live in our joy. I think that's pretty obvious, right? It's very hard to express our joy and just kick up our heels and feel free and light if the choices we're making aren't good for us, right? That makes sense. It pushes us down. We feel low. We feel heavy. You know, so how do you feel joy? Well, you do it when the choices that you make are really good for you. Wednesday, Thursday, the miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. So, for those of us living in the northern hemisphere, we may be indoors more than we usually are because of weather, temperature. And so we know that being grounded, and I do want to just point out this image on the healthy choices card is, she's in tree pose here, right? So that tree pose is taking, all from above, all the way through and connecting us divine down to the physical plane. We are one all the way. And so connecting back with nature and what nature can do for us, how it can be a healing energy for us, how it can be freeing to our mind if we really can get into nature and just connect. And you don't have to take a 5-hour drive to a national park or anything, right? Just pay attention to what's happening to the color in the trees around you, or what bird you're seeing outside, or do you see a little critter, going across the ground, and just being present with it for a moment and reconnecting to all beings, right? All beings. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the divine physician, Archangel Raphael. So this is an interesting one. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body and healthy choices. So Archangel Raphael, we go to for healing, right? And whether it's our physical body, our healing heart, but Archangel Raphael, we call in for healing. And so, if we're making choices that are healthy, if we're living in our joy, if we're reconnecting with nature, then our physical body, our energetic body, can really be charged and ready to go, and no static, no blockages, right? And Archangel Raphael can help us with that. So, nice set of cards to come back for this week. I see in here, I feel good when I'm close to water. Yeah, I hear you. I don't know what astrology sign you are, but water is very calming. It's cleansing. Um, and it has so much energy. If you think about how much water there is on the planet, even though we're losing a lot, how much water there is on the planet and how that affects us, and how much water is in our body, right? So yeah, it's I agree with you on that one. I feel good when I'm out walking, just moving. Doesn't that feel great? Healthy choice, being outside, whatever happens to be around. Um, yeah. And you know what's really funny? It's not really funny, but I forgot to hit the live button on Instagram. So true. Moving helps so much. Oh my gosh, is that hilarious? It's not really hilarious. It just goes with Mercury is retrograde. It goes with me and my craziness with technology. Uh, I'm just not good at technology. It doesn't interest me. Um, I use it because I have to, and so I'm not so good at it, right? So here I am doing the entire reading Instagram, and I could see that it was up, and I never hit the go live button. Yeah, thank you for the laughing emoji because that's about all we can do. So I'm just going to run over the cards very quickly for those of you who joined on Instagram because YouTube got the full reading. But I'm using angel prayers, and the we did have um, an overall card come out, and it is healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy choices. And so this is a reading for January 9 through January 15, or whenever you come to the cards, really. And so, starting and the overarching energy for this week is making healthy choices. Can you make choices that are good for your health and good for the health of all involved in your choices, right? Because every choice we make has a consequence. So, think about what we're putting in our physical body, ingesting, what we're putting in our mental body, hearing, talking, reading, what we're putting in our energetic body, the people with whom we surround ourselves or the situations we put ourselves in. So, really making healthy choices for us. Then Monday, Tuesday, we have Live Your Joy. And so, thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. And so, yes, when we make healthy choices, we can actually express our joy. We can feel the joy just like buzzing through our body because in a healthy choice, we don't have the blockages, we don't have the stagnation, right? We don't have the things that are conflicting with us because our heart knows what it wants. But our mind, we sometimes tell ourselves something else, and that's the conflict, that's the tension, right? And so when we can make those healthy choices, we can connect, all the way through. Living in our joy becomes much more natural and feels better. For some of us, it may feel new. For some of us, it may feel a little uncomfortable if you're not accustomed to that. Go with it. Check it out, get familiar with it, start to get to know it, and make that your friend. Wednesday, Thursday, we have the miracle of nature. So thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. So coming back and what I was saying to YouTube before I hit live on Instagram 10 minutes later, let's just face it, was for those of us in the northern hemisphere being indoors a lot, right? Shorter days, colder weather, wet or muddy weather, or whatever it might be, we may find ourselves indoors. And so indoors is like that man-made structure, right? Indoors has the paints, the carpet, the woods, the windows, like things that close us in. And so reconnecting with nature is its own miracle and what it does for us in opening up our heart, opening up our mind, releasing like just the confinement that we feel in a car, in a house, right? In an office, stepping out and being freer. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Divine Physician, Archangel Raphael comes in supporting all of this. So thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. So making the healthy choices, living in joy, stepping out into nature, and here I am in a healthy body, physical body, emotional body, energetic body. This is what we've got for this lifetime, right? Is this thing. So doing everything you can to support this in the best way possible. And Archangel Raphael, we can always call in when we're feeling off. Today, I was sort of saying, gosh, am I getting a cold? Is like, what's happening here? Calling in Archangel Raphael and talking about how no, I'm not. I had a moment, I'm strong, and just call in all of your support team. So that is the reading for January 9 through 15. Those of you on YouTube, thank you for hanging out as I went through that a second time. That was absolutely hilarious. I was wondering my Instagram was so quiet. Ah, yeah. It helps if you hit go live. Okay. Um, and you know what? I didn't use my selenite wand on my telephone. Perhaps that's why. I don't know. Okay. I am opening this up. Hello, Kathy. I smiled when your name popped in. It's good to see you. Uh, so I'm opening this up to questions and card requests. So if you have a question, put it in the chat. And if you just would like a general card, put that in the chat as well. And I did also mention to the YouTube folks that I am doing something very different this year. Margaret, hey, you're welcome. Something very different this year, and I am offering a bundle card reading package where you can buy the package and you will get a card reading delivered to your inbox. Your reading, yours, not a group reading, delivered to your inbox every month. I find that pretty spiffy, and I'm pretty excited to do it. It just came to me. I had thought about it yesterday, actually, and then I was outside this morning, miracle of nature, and I was like, okay, that's what I have to do. That's what I'm offering. So it's in your newsletter for subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, you can do that down below in YouTube and in my bio and in Instagram, but it's a pretty good deal, actually. It's a really good deal. Okay. Any questions? Any requests? How is everybody? May I please ask something? Yes, and yes, and yes. Felipe's deep feelings for me and how they are going to grow. Felipe's deep feelings for you and how they are going to grow. Well, I haven't been here on live for a while, but some things haven't changed, and that is that I don't know what Felipe's feelings are, right? Because Felipe's not here. But let's see what we have here for the relationship with Mila Mila and Felipe. And so I'm going to use the Power of Love deck here. And I actually see another deck that I need to pull a card from. So let's get a card here for Mila Mila and Felipe. How is this relationship going to grow? I keep hitting my phone. I'm a disaster today with this Instagram situation. I'm still laughing. I kept looking at the little round circle. I just didn't press it. Okay, this is for Mila Mila and Felipe. Okay, here we go. So, individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. And out of self-care, number one, abundance planning. So in terms of deep feelings and how they're going to grow, again, I don't really, if Felipe's not here, I can't read into Felipe. I'm going to change my language because really I think I probably could, but I'm not going to. But in terms of, hello, Mia. In terms of your relationship and it growing, individuality, you leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. So what I would say is in this relationship and how the feelings are going to grow is making sure that you're staying true to who you are. And recognizing that both of you are your own persons, right? Your own individuals. And the hardest part about relationships is that we're taking two very unique individual beings and we're putting them together. And oftentimes the expectation is that it should always be harmonious because otherwise, how could that possibly be love? When the reality is we're not always both chipper right? At the same time of day. One of us gets tired, the other one's ready to go. This is just life. It's what happens when two people come together. So maintaining that individuality and respecting that of yourself and of your partner. The abundance planning, you're talking about how it's going to grow. Well, abundance planning, what are you going to do to foster that relationship and the love in your relationship? So I'm not talking about how are you going to influence Felipe. Felipe is going to do his own thing. But what do you do to foster the abundance, to bring about the abundance, to invite the abundance, to show the path of this is how love can be? That's what I have for you. And oh, by the way, this is how I want to be loved. Right? We have to tell people that. We have to show them. Not everybody loves the same. Okay. Mia, good to see you. You are welcome, Mila Mila. You would love a general card. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to give you a general card. And your general card is going to come out of Neo Tarot. All right. Maya, hello. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. I know it's been a while, so it's nice to see some familiar names back. Okay. Let's get a card for Mia. Those are sticking out. Okay. We have Knight of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. Well, now, isn't that so interesting? Knight of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So for me and these two cards, it's like there's an opportunity to be learning something, to be exploring something, to be researching something, to become a student of something. So it may be something that you know already, but maybe looking at it from a different perspective. And maybe there's a little sitting on the fence about that. Maybe there's like not enough action to do that. So it's there, and you have the inclination, you have the desire, you have the interest, but you're not really moving on it very much or quickly. Not that we have to move on things quickly, but it's a little slow pace. So maybe pick up the pace on chasing down something that's showing up for you. It's in the realm of pentacles. We tend to think of home, health, money, and work when we look at pentacles. So pick up the pace a little bit and see where this can take you. Okay, hope that made sense. Wellness by Willow, love a card. Yes, so let's get for you. I'm going to Wandering Star Tarot. The Wellness by Willow. Kathy, of course. Thank you for the tulip. Okay, let's get a card for Wellness by Willow. Also 2 cards. It's a twosie, which I will tell you, I traveled on Friday, and right before I was leaving, I walked out my kitchen door that steps out onto my deck. Not right before I was leaving, it was in the morning, my apologies. And we had snow the day before, and I went out in the morning and I look out and there are 2 screws. They're about this big, silver screws, identical screws. 2 of them are sitting right outside my kitchen door on my deck. Now it had snowed, I think the day before. And so things were wet and melty. They weren't there the night before. Where did these screws come from? They were fairly new or not well used, not exposed to weather. and they're sitting on my deck out of nowhere. Where did they come from? So I'm like looking around saying, well, there's nothing here that they could have fallen out of. Where did these screws come from? And then I go to the airport and my parking spot was directly underneath the number 2 banner. I'm like, okay, these 2s are really big. And now today, of course, the 2s all over the cards. Anyhow, just sharing that. Mia, thank you. Or that fits. Thank you. You are welcome. And cool, that fits. That's great. Margaret, yes, I will have a card for you. So let's getting back to Wellness by Willow. I have 2 cards. We have Knight of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. Nice. So this relationship work that you're doing with yourself and with others, this journeying that you're doing in terms of heart, it's taking time, and it may not feel like what you're putting in you're seeing the result of, but it is, it's happening. And so be patient and keep on that path that you're on, because you are sowing the seeds for that. You are doing the work and putting it out there, and it is making a difference. It is important to do. And so keep doing that, and do not step back. Do not give up. Do not say, oh, this isn't worth it. It is very much worth it. And it will be very much worth it. Okay, let's get a card for Kathy and a card for Margaret. Cecilia, hello. Okay, let's get a card for Kathy. Kathy, I am going to go to Kathy, I feel like I need to go to Wandering Star Tarot for you too. So I'm going to do that. And I am going to put the Knight of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles back. Sometimes I leave those out, but I'm putting them back. And let's have a general card for Kathy. What it is she needs to know and to. Just Kathy need to know and to. Okay. Lots of cups on the table here. So you have the 2 of Cups and the Chariot. So we have Major Arcana and Minor Arcana. And so Wellness by Willow, lots of relationship work going on. Nice. And what does this say? Just went through a breakup and then having issues with coworkers. Yeah, so Kathy, I'm going to hold on your reading for a minute. So that 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, you know, it's that breakup and the issue with coworkers. To me, what that is it's you adjusting. It's you making some movements and some choices of things that are going to work better for you. And it may seem challenging. It's the 7. The 7 is actually related to the Chariot, which is here for Kathy. So it may seem like what the heck? But it is journeying. It is movement, and it's really important. So Kathy, coming back to you, you have the 2 of Cups and the Chariot. So I don't know what's going on. You know, we haven't been in touch lately. But in terms of partnerships, this 2 of Cups is partnership. This is relationship. It can very much be your love partnership, but any partnership, any relationship. And the Chariot is coming in as a pretty heavy energy around that, saying this is really important. This is going to take you to the next level. This is going to take you where you need to be going. And just like Wellness by Willow, where I said that 7 of Pentacles maybe feels like something isn't moving when in fact it really is. It's just underneath all getting ready to just blossom. The same with this Chariot. You may feel like, hmm, things aren't quite there yet, but they're going there. And this partnership, whatever it is going to be very significant in you moving forward. Yeah. So give that its due, give it its time. Love the heck out of whatever this duo is. And a duo can be two teams, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be two people. So yeah. Wellness by Willow. Thank you for this perspective. It's been a lot. I bet we're all going through a lot, and that is not to diminish by any means your breakup and the conflict with coworkers, not at all. It's really just there to support you and say, yes, it actually makes a lot of sense, as hard as it is. Okay, let's get a card for Margaret. So, Margaret, we are going to, oh, Margaret, I think there's two here for you. We're going to, well, I said I think there's two, and two fell out. There you go. Gilded Tarot, but I'm also going to the Power of Surrender. There's a card in here that needs to come out. Oh, I feel like the cards are giving me this like, welcome back to your life, Noelle. And I am grateful for that. Let's get a card for Margaret. I'm still laughing at me not hitting go live on Instagram. Okay, Margaret. So I have two cards out of Gilded Tarot and I have one out of Power of Surrender. So let's hit Power of Surrender first. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. And that goes right along with the uh, card that started the weekly reading, Healthy Choices. Making sure you're surrendered to rest and sleep. And that can look like many different things. That can just be taking a mental break, right? That can just be closing your eyes for 30 seconds and having a few breaths only to yourself. Those little breaks are really important. That's part of making the healthy choice. Then here you have 3 of Wands and 9 of Wands. Oh, I love it. 3 of Wands and 9 of Wands. Here you go, YouTube. So we call the 9 of Wands the wish card. I'm sorry, my mind. So at the 9 of Wands, we are sort of at the end of our rope with something. It's like we've been going and going and going, and oh my gosh, can I even just take it one more day, right? You've been feeling frazzled and haven't been sleeping. Yeah, that would be this 9 of Wands energy. You're just like, somebody cut me a break, would you? The 3 of Wands is here saying, yeah, but there's something in there that if you can get out of sort of the frazzled, as you're talking about, that frazzled feeling, and go back to getting some good sleep and rest, what it is that you've actually been journeying on about is right there. It's right there in front of you. It's just that you can't get to it because there's just a lot of stuff in there that you've been working through, that you've been dealing with, and it just has your view a little bit clouded. And you're so weighed down by it, you can't really see what's there, but it's actually there. And it's pretty good because it's what you want. It's what you've been looking for. It's what you've been setting your sights on. So you just got to get out of that heaviness of the Nine of Wands, and getting some sleep and rest is what's going to help you do that, so you can do this with the Three of Wands. Okay. All right. Let's get to, let's see, Kathy. Just received an opportunity today revolving around an art show downtown. So, so check it out. And you know what? Go into it with very open, refreshed, eyes, mindset, right? An open heart. Just like look at it differently than before, because the Chariot is really about taking you there, and you just have to shift some things around a little bit, right? And that's going to come. So that's very exciting. Okay. Let's see. I have a request here from Angel Connections with Ash. Oh, hey there. I would love a card reading, please. General. Yes, let me get that for you. Okay. Angel Connections with Ash. A general reading. So I'm going to go to the Power of Love. Let's have a general reading for Ash. Angel Connections with Ash. Okay. Let's have a card for Ash. Angel Connections with Ash. Big negative. We're going to go over here to self-care. Okay. Yes, Crystal, Lucas, put your question right in the chat. Okay, let's have a card for Ash right here. Angel Connections with Ash. And it is 48, spend time with animals. And so the card for the middle of the week was the Miracle of Nature. And the overall card was Healthy Choices. So this card number is 48, 4 and 8 is 12, which would be our Hanged Man, which is like taking some time out. Take a pause, take some time out, just let it be, and don't try to make anything of anything right now. It just needs to sit. And spending time with animals, you can see that the figure, she's sitting there on the ground, surrounded by animals. So being still, and how do we relate to animals? We have to relate to animals in a very calm, very, present place, or animals are like, ciao, because we have to communicate through energy. And if you're not here with us, we can't send you the messages, right? So taking time to be grounded, to be centered, to just be calm. If you have animals, reconnect with them. If you, don't have animals, you don't have to go get one, of course, but find nature and just be, because it's like you need that time out. And that's sort of what's coming over here. And it comes right from this Healthy Choices at the very top of the reading. Everything's coming back to the healthy choice. And so just taking it down a notch. Yeah. And it gets out of your head. You offer animal communication. So, yeah, so that when you're communicating with animals, you have to be there in your purest, most present place, or you can't hear their messages, right? And so just get to that space. Take some time out, I think is really what this message is more about. It's about you taking some time out and just chilling out and just being. Okay. Crystal Lucas, do you see me and Jay reconnecting? You're welcome. Do I see you and Jay reconnecting? Let's see what we have here for Crystal Lucas. For you and Jay reconnecting. Crystal Lucas. It's the Ten of Swords. I'm going to say this one's done. That one's done. But you, as the Queen of Cups, you have a lot to offer, but you've got the cup closed. Do you see how her cup is closed? So what's with you and Jay reconnecting? I'm going to say it's done. It's not happening. You and Jay connecting in another form might be a possibility. If this Queen of Cups can open that cup and be more herself versus what the Jay, I will say, may be wanting. Taking care of Jay, worrying about Jay. Is Jay okay? Is Jay going to love me? What is Jay thinking? That's closed cup in the Queen of Cups. Open the cup, and what does Crystal Lucas want? Because then you have the Queen of Swords. So getting in touch with what you want. What do you want? And if there are things that need to be said, say it. Say it. Do not muddy waters. Do not dramatize anything. No, there's no time for that. Just be crystal clear. Get crystal clear in your thinking and crystal clear in what it is that you want and express it. And no cutting Jay down to bits with the words, because the Queen of Swords is really good at that. Fa, 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 fa. So that's what I have for you, Crystal Lucas. Okay, folks, that's the reading for today, January 9 through January 15. If you came in late, we have healthy choices to start everything out. It's all about making your healthy choices. Monday, Tuesday, living with your joy. Express your joy. If you're making healthy choices, joy should feel good and easy and familiar. Wednesday, Thursday, we have the miracle of nature. So really getting out and taking a walk, getting some fresh air, opening your windows, watering your plant, whatever it is. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the divine physician, Archangel Raphael. So getting in touch with Archangel Raphael to support everything that you are doing for your own well-being. Those are the messages for this week. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It was a real pleasure to be back. I hope your new year is off to a fantastic start. And again, think about picking up the 2023 bundle where you can have a card reading, your own card reading every month delivered to your inbox. You read it when you want. It's a video. Watch it as many times as you want so you don't have to worry about missing anything. And you'll see that in the newsletter that I sent out today. So you're welcome, Margaret. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you, Kathy. Big love to you. Good to see you again, really. And we will see you the next time, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Bye. Adios.